When selecting a durable power failure light for an elderly or disabled person, several factors should be considered to ensure reliability and ease of use. The primary goal is to provide automatic illumination during power outages without requiring manual intervention. Lead-acid batteries, while commonly used in older power failure lights, tend to degrade over time, requiring frequent replacements. Therefore, exploring alternative battery chemistries such as nickel metal hydride or NiMH and lithium-ion is advisable. NiMH batteries offer a good balance of performance, cost, and environmental friendliness. They have a higher energy density compared to lead-acid batteries, meaning they can store more energy for their size and weight. They also exhibit a longer cycle life, allowing for more charge and discharge cycles before performance degrades significantly. However, NiMH batteries have a high self-discharge rate compared to lithium-ion, meaning they will gradually lose their charge even when not in use. Lithium-ion batteries represent a more advanced option, offering the highest energy density and lowest self-discharge rate among the three battery types. This translates to longer run times and less frequent charging. Lithium-ion batteries also typically have a longer lifespan compared to NiMH batteries. However, they are generally more expensive and require more sophisticated charging circuitry to ensure safe operation. When choosing a power failure light with LED, consider the following aspects. Firstly, light output measured in lumens. Determine the appropriate brightness level needed to adequately illuminate the area where the light will be used. Higher lumen values indicate a brighter light. Secondly, run time. Check the manufacturer's specifications for the expected run time on battery power. This indicates how long the light will remain illuminated during a power outage. Thirdly, battery life. Consider the number of charge and discharge cycles the battery is rated for. A higher cycle life indicates a longer overall lifespan. Fourthly, charging mechanism. Ensure the light has a reliable charging mechanism that automatically recharges the battery when AC power is available. Look for models with overcharge protection to prevent damage to the battery. Fifthly, automatic activation. The power failure light should automatically activate upon detecting a loss of AC power. This eliminates the need for manual operation and ensures immediate illumination. Sixthly, durability. Choose a light with a robust housing that can withstand accidental bumps and drops. Look for models with impact-resistant materials. Seventhly, ease of use. The light should be easy to install and operate, with clear and simple controls. Consider models with a built-in test button to verify functionality. Eighthly, safety features. Ensure the light has appropriate safety certifications and features such as overcharge protection and short-circuit protection. Ninthly, warranty. Check the manufacturer's warranty for the power failure light. A longer warranty period indicates greater confidence in the product's reliability. Tenthly, consider models that also function as a standard night light when AC power is present. These models provide continuous low-level illumination and automatically switch to full brightness during a power outage. When installing the power failure light, select a location that is easily accessible and provides adequate illumination for the intended area. Avoid placing the light in areas where it may be obstructed or exposed to extreme temperatures. Regularly test the power failure light to ensure it is functioning properly. This can be done by unplugging the light from the AC outlet and verifying that it automatically activates. Replace the battery if it no longer provides adequate runtime. Regarding specific product recommendations, it is advisable to research and compare different models from reputable manufacturers. Look for reviews and ratings from other users to gauge the reliability and performance of the lights. Check online retailers and local hardware stores for available options. Consider the specific needs and preferences when making a selection. The ideal power failure light should provide reliable illumination during power outages, be durable and long-lasting, and require minimal maintenance. It is important to ensure that the chosen light meets all relevant safety standards and certifications. Furthermore, the placement of the light is crucial. It should be positioned in a location that provides optimal illumination for the area needing light during a power outage. This could be near a frequently used pathway in a bedroom or in a common area. Additionally, the light should be easily accessible for testing and maintenance. Regular testing, such as monthly or quarterly, is recommended to ensure the battery is functioning correctly and the light activates as expected. During these tests, observe the brightness and duration of the light to determine if the battery needs replacement. The frequency of battery replacement will depend on the type of battery used and the usage patterns of the light. However, even with infrequent power outages, the battery will degrade over time and eventually need to be replaced. When replacing the battery, be sure to use the correct type and voltage as specified by the manufacturer. Incorrect batteries can damage the light or pose a safety hazard. Dispose of old batteries properly according to local regulations. Some power failure lights also offer additional features such as adjustable brightness settings, motion sensors, or USB charging ports. These features can enhance the functionality and convenience of the light, but may also add to the cost. Consider whether these features are necessary for the specific application and weigh the benefits against the cost. It's also worth noting that some power failure lights are designed for specific applications, such as emergency exit lighting in commercial buildings. These lights typically have more stringent requirements for brightness, duration, and reliability. While they may be suitable for residential use, they are often more expensive and may not be necessary for typical home applications. In addition to power failure lights, there are other options for providing backup lighting during power outages, such as battery power lanterns, flashlights, and generators. However, these options typically require manual activation and may not be as convenient as automatic power failure lights. Ultimately, the best choice of backup lighting will depend on the specific needs and preferences. Power failure lights are a convenient and reliable option for providing automatic illumination during power outages. By carefully considering the factors outlined, a durable and long-lasting light can be selected that meets the specific needs. Regular testing and maintenance will ensure that the light is ready to provide illumination when needed, ensuring safety and peace of mind. When selecting a power failure light, it is also important to consider the overall power consumption of the device. LED are generally more energy efficient than incandescent or fluorescent bulbs, so choosing a light with LED will help to conserve energy and extend the battery life. Look for models with energy-efficient LED that have a high lumen per watt ratio. This indicates that the light produces a lot of light for the amount of power it consumes. Another important consideration is the color temperature of the light. Color temperature is measured in Kelvin, and it describes the color of the light emitted by the bulb. Lower color temperatures, such as 2700 Kelvin, produce a warm, yellowish light, while higher color temperatures, such as 5000 Kelvin, produce a cool, bluish-white light. The ideal color temperature will depend on the specific application and personal preference. For general lighting, a color temperature of around 3000 Kelvin is often recommended. This provides a warm, inviting light that is suitable for most indoor spaces. In addition to the factors already mentioned, it is also important to consider the aesthetics of the power failure light. While functionality is the primary concern, choosing a light that is visually appealing can also enhance the overall look and feel of the space. Look for models with a sleek and modern design that will complement the existing decor. Consider the size and shape of the light as well as the color and finish. A well-designed power failure light can be both functional and aesthetically pleasing. Another important consideration is the availability of replacement parts. Over time, certain components of the power failure light may need to be replaced, such as the battery, the LED, or the charging circuitry. Before purchasing a light, check to see if replacement parts are readily available from the manufacturer or from third-party suppliers. This will ensure that the light can be repaired and maintained over its lifespan. It is also important to consider the environmental impact of the power failure light. Choose models that are made from sustainable materials and that are designed to be energy efficient. Look for lights that are certified by organizations such as Energy Star, which indicates that they meet certain energy efficiency standards. Properly dispose of old power failure lights and batteries according to local regulations. Many communities have recycling programs for electronic waste, which can help to reduce the environmental impact of these products. When selecting a power failure light, it is also important to consider the specific needs and preferences of the user. An elderly or disabled person may have different requirements than a younger, more able-bodied person. Consider factors such as the user's visual acuity, dexterity, and cognitive abilities. Choose a light that is easy to operate and that provides adequate illumination for the user's needs. It may also be helpful to involve the user in the selection process so that they can express their preferences and provide feedback on different models. Another important consideration is the cost of the power failure light. Prices can vary widely depending on the features, quality, and brand. Set a budget before you start shopping and stick to it as closely as possible. Remember that the cheapest option is not always the best option. It is often worth spending a little more to get a high-quality light that will last longer and perform better. When comparing prices, be sure to factor in the cost of replacement parts and batteries. Some models may have lower initial costs, but higher long-term costs. It is also important to consider the potential for energy savings. A more energy-efficient light will save money on electricity bills over its lifespan. When making your final decision, weigh all of these factors and choose the light that provides the best balance of features, quality, and cost. Once you have purchased the power failure light, be sure to read the instructions carefully before using it. Follow the manufacturer's recommendations for installation, operation, and maintenance. Regularly test the light to ensure that it is functioning properly. Replace the battery if it no longer provides adequate runtime. By following these steps, a reliable and long-lasting power failure light can be selected that will provide illumination during power outages and ensure the safety and well-being of the user.